Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, I wanted to be a bit creative with this video, and yeah, so I said to myself, why don't I do a weapon idea video? And I thought that would be really cool. So anyway, we'll be talking about random, well, not random weapons, but cool weapons they could probably introduce into the game that'll probably make the game really cool, because I think Fortnite, it has a lot of weapons, but most of them you just get killed by and killed by and killed by. So we kind of need some counters. No, so the first weapon is the zoomed in sniper. Now, well, not the zoomed in sniper, but the sniper that can zoom in. Now, I thought this would be really cool. They can put it as an epic and a legendary. I'm not going to put any pictures up because, well, there probably isn't any in my control, so you know. So yeah, it would be the what is it? What did I say again? The zoomed in sniper or something, or the sniper that can zoom in, a variable zoom or something. Because, well, with snipers, I tend to lose track of my enemies really quickly, or they tend to go out of range distance, which is kind of annoying. So if we can get a zoomed in sniper, we can just zoom in on our enemies more, or they can add a zoomed in feature to the normal sniper. On to the next weapon is the grenade launcher AR, or the AR grenade launcher. Now, I don't know if you've ever played, what is it? Oh, Primal Carnage, that's got a grenade launcher thing, but there's one in Battlefield, there's quite a few, but there's basically a M16 with a grenade launcher on the bottom of it. Well, not a grenade launcher, but like a grenade barrel, and you can shoot grenades out of it. Now, I thought this would be really cool, because Fortnite can kind of combine weapons together. That's what I'm kind of trying to do in this. But the next weapon is going to be the energy shotgun. Now, I know they're probably not going to add this, but it's a laser type weapon. Now, I want them to add laser type weapons, but I thought they would just be remodels, so we're going to change it about a little bit. It's not going to be a laser shotgun. It's going to be a kind of, not the Zapatron, but it's going to shoot normal bullets. And it's going to kind of be like, I don't know, it's going to be a shotgun that only shoots like one line. It doesn't shoot a spray. So if you land someone, you can do a 60 damage, which is kind of a bit like the revolver, but a lot better because it can shoot quite fast. That's what I'm trying to think here. Next is the really high recoil assault rifle. Now, I'm going to take this as a kind of, well, I don't know, it's going to be kind of a close range weapon, because high recoil in this game isn't really a thing. There's not really recoil in Fortnite. And I thought it'd be really, well, it wouldn't be cool, but it'd be kind of weird to have a kind of recoil, like, sniper or something. I thought that'd be really cool. The one-shot sniper. Now, they haven't actually added any snipers, well, any proper snipers, but I want a one-shot sniper. But now, this is the thing, though. I kind of want it, well, the one-shot sniper, I was thinking that it is, it can be, like, it can be OP, and it can be legendary, so you have a rare chance of finding it. But the one-shot sniper has a very high bullet drop. Now, I know that sounds a bit weird, because most snipers one-shot anyway, but I thought that'd be pretty cool. Now, this is another thing, it's called the night vision goggles. Now, this may sound like really good hacks or something, I don't know, but the first good thing about it is that you can see through smokes, which I don't really get smoked out anymore, but you know, I guess sometimes you might. And you can kind of see enemies in a thermal kind of like, in like, I don't know, 100 meter range around. You can see enemies in thermal. Now, you can't see them through mountains or walls, but if they're in your sight and you think you can't see anyone, just use the night vision goggles and they'll be like, right, so I can see someone there, like hiding or something. The thermal sniper. This is a thing I kind of want them to add as well. Bit like the night vision goggles. Jeez, I'm hiccuping a lot. But it's the thermal sniper. Now, it's gonna have a thermal scope, and it's gonna be as normal as the bolt action. It's gonna be thermal, so you can kind of scope the area around. Now this will be kind of cool in, well, when you're on top of a mountain, 'cause you can kind of see everyone, really, if you think about it. Next up, I'm trying to think of him on the spot, actually. Oh, I had one. No, I have like a little list. Oh, what was it? No, because I've already done that one. Oh, what was it I was going to say? Oh, that's what it was, the suppressed sniper. Now, I know I've put a lot of snipers on this list, but snipers are kind of one of the best things you can get in this game. Now, I don't want it to be a bolt action suppressed, I want it to be a semi-auto suppressed now. So, enemies can't hear you from quite a while away, and they won't know you're sniping on a mountain, and if you're getting shot at normally, you might just think, oh, that's just a random sniper now, around or something. Which I think is a pretty good idea. The sawed-off shotgun or the double-barrel shotgun. Now, I see why they may not add this, because I think it'll be OP. You can do 40 damage per shot. That's if you land it. If you don't know if it's not a sawed-off shotgun, so it's not a one-shot one. It'll be like 2 shots in one shotgun, so it'll be like bam, bam, like kind of like a tactical, but it does more damage basically. Now you have a high chance of getting a crit, which is going to be very good, and I think that'll be a really nice thing to add. And maybe they can change it around a little bit. Maybe have like, I don't know, quite a few shots, or just do the double barrel shotgun thing, I don't know. But anyway, while we're in the middle of this video, if you want to check out my Twitch, it is actually the double barrel shotgun, but instead of 2 R's, I put 3 R's for the barrel, because I've made so many accounts called the double barrel shotgun, but I don't remember my passwords for them, so I kind of had to change it about. Anyway, the next weapon is probably quite a debatable one. It's going to be the micro missiles. Now, micro missiles are kind of not what you think I'm thinking. They're only going to do 10 damage per shot, but they're going to be homing missiles, and they're going to have really high splash damage. But a homing missile only goes up to like 10 meters, and they kind of explode like midway. What is that? But they kind of explode midway, so you can't really shoot at bases. That was nice. Anyway, you can't really shoot at bases with it, but you can slowly destroy bases, but it only does 10 damage. You shoot 5 rockets at once, so the maximum you can do is probably a 70 if you get a crit. Now if you land the shots, you do an extra 5 damage, but most of the time you're going to be aiming for splash damage. You can hurt yourself with this weapon and potentially kill yourself or remove shield, and yeah. Right, now onto this one, onto the next one, is the homing shotgun. Now, I don't always say now at everything, but I think the homing shotgun will be a pretty nice addition, because I keep on missing my shots with with normal shotguns. But if they added a homing shotgun, I think that'd be really nice. It can be like the pump, where, well, it like does the, because I think it would be pretty OP if it was a tactical. Yeah, it definitely would be. It would be really OP if it was a tactical, because then, well, you know, because the tactical kind of shoots a lot of times. I'm kind of running out of ideas on the spot here. I do have a little list, but I didn't put everything on it. Someone's ripping it. Damn it. Oh, that's what I said. The dual machine guns. Or was it? Yeah, the dual machine guns. Now, I've got 2 of the same kind of ideas that Fortnite might like putting in the game. So you've got the, well, we're going to have to call it a different kind of shotgun. It's going to be called the split off shotgun or something, I don't know. And it's gonna, well, what it's gonna do is the split-off shotgun and the dual machine guns are going to be connected together, and in combat, well, together they'll have less recoil, but if you like them, you know, thingy, and then they'll have higher damage, but they'll have a massive reticle, a bit like the shotgun on the tactical. Same with the split-off shotgun. There we are, double dual wield shotgun. Ah, got it. Right, the next one is the supply drop scanner. Now, you don't really need this, but I got a feeling some people might like this idea. It's a supply drop scanner. I can obviously do what it says on the cover. Scan for supply drops. It can tell you the closest supply drops and when they're gonna land, what time they usually land. Well, that's kind of what I said. And well, what time they're gonna drop. So you can kind of see every supply drop, which I think will be OP. Next up is the weather forecast. Now, this is a bit like the supply drop one, but you can scan where the storm's going to be next round. Well, the next storm's going to be, which is probably a bit too OP, but you know, it's an idea. Come on, need to get some sniper. But the storm scanner can only detect the next 2 storms, because I think the next one storm is pretty puny. The next 2 storms pretty good. Because, well, if you kind of want to scan the storm, because, well, I don't know. The next one is the reinforcer, because who doesn't want a reinforced house? Who doesn't? I mean, that would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? And the reinforcer can reinforce walls by using the next tier. So if you want to reinforce wood, it will take 1 stone to reinforce it, and it'll be as strong as a stone wall, and it will build instantly. Now this one's a bit of a OP one, and this is the radar scanner. Now this can scan enemies in a range of about 10 meters, but you can see people camping in bushes, which is going to be pretty OP and pretty useful. So if they add this to the game, there's going to be no more bush campers, I tell you. Oh, damn it. Now I'm just going to add some silencers to the weapons now. And this one is the silence burst, but I think Fortnite kind of going to do that anyway, so we're going to go on to some more original ideas. Now I'm trying to think of some more scanner ones. Like we've got the storm scanner. What else do we have? The supply drop scanner. Oh, I guess you can have the chest scanner. That would be kind of cool. Oh, this sounds like kind of a cool one. Loot scanner. There's a lot of scanners, but it's going to be called a loot scanner, and you can scan legendaries, or you can scan what's going to be coming out the supply drop from about 100 meters away, which is going to be pretty OP if you ask me. Now this item is going to be a legendary or purple. The purple can't scan what's in the supply drop, but the legendary can. But with purple or legendary, you can scan what's going to be coming out the chest, or you can scan what loot enemies, well, in a 100-meter radius, what enemies loot have. You can't actually see where they are though. It will just bring you into this menu where it shows you their name and shows you their health and shows you their shield and what they've got in their inventory. And I think that'll be a pretty nice addition, obviously, because then it'll kind of be like where you kind of need to watch out for your enemies near you. The next one is the invisible tree. Now, this may sound a bit weird, but basically what you do is place a tree down and there's an invisible door on it. You can walk inside a tree, but enemies can easily detect this tree by, well, if they mine it, they'll find you in it, and if they, well, you can't actually shoot out the tree, you can only hide in it. But they can hear a significant sound if they go up to a tree. It'll make kind of a rustling sound, and you'll hear a TV or something, like someone's chilling in there or someone drinking. I'm sorry guys if you can hear me sniffing as well, it's kind of annoying. I know it is. I know it is. I know. Now the next things are the blueprints. Now this is probably going to be my last idea, but it's going to be called the blueprint because of what it does. Now you can build bases really easily. How the hell do you get that? Anyway, we won't talk about that. You can build bases really easily. Yeah, I'm scared. You can build bases really easily. You can build bases really easily. Wait, where'd that guy go? Did he leave me alone? Is that in there? I think it is. You can build bases really easily. Well, wait, so something but you can obviously build bases really easily. And you can kind of choose how much, and it tells you how much wood it's going to take. No, that. I don't think you put it there. I don't think you'll put it there. Wow, that's a smart trap. I thought you put it on the front door. That's a really smart trap. Next one's going to be the trap finder. Now, it's going to be my last idea before we end off the video. And there's been a lot of ideas, so Fortnite, if you see this video, please add at least 2 or 3 of these. So anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. Tell me more ideas in the comments for more videos you want to see, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.